No identity is given, but that doesn't mean you cannot find an answer for it. So the first thing I would like for you to do is 7 pi over 6 is the angle that we're supposed to use. So now I would like for you to do cosine of cosecant. Oh gosh, why do I keep saying cosine? Cosecant of what angle in radians when I divide it by 2 equals to 7 pi over 8. Take a minute or two to think about it. Remember, you can also go backwards, okay? So don't be shy to go backwards. So dividing by 2, when you go backwards, it's like multiplying, okay? So when I multiply by 2 over 1, I can simplify this to 4, and that's 1. So that's 7 pi over 4, and leave it as 7 pi over 4, okay? All right, so now let's use identity. I did not give you any formula or identity for cosecant. So that means I would have to use 1 over sine, right? 1 over sine is cosecant and perfectly okay. Don't be shy about using 1 over sine. 1 over sine at alpha divided by 2 equals 1 over big radical. Okay, there's still plus or minus in the front of this radical. 1 minus cosine of alpha all over 2. Then from here, I'm now going to write 1 over sine of, your alpha is 7 of pi over 4. So 7 pi over 4 divided by 2. You don't have to do anything here. This is just writing out the formula. This is the part where you have to do something. All right. Oops, I forgot the 1 divided by. Okay, so 1 divided by, big radical, okay? 1 minus alpha is 7 pi over 4. So I'm going to write everything out first before I do the math. So cosine is 7 pi over 4. I'm just going to go and multiply by 1/2, okay? Because what's happening is, as you can see, dividing by 2, let's go back. Can you guys see that dividing by 2, it's ending up to be multiplying by 1/2 in the end? So I can just go straight through and say, hey, you know what? I know it's going to be divided by 2, so I'm just going to multiply by its reciprocal right away. Okay, so now you have to pick, okay? I want you to decide, are you going to pick positive or are you going to pick negative? So here we go. Pick positive or negative. Then go back to the original angle. 7 pi over 8. That is in quadrant because this is a pi, and pi with denominator of 8 is 8 over 8. So 7 pi is over here. Sine in quad 2 is positive. That means cosecant will also be positive. So you're going to pick positive angle. And then, here we go. Oh, and then I forgot the 1 divided by again. Okay, so let's do 1 divided by big radical. 1 minus cosine is 7 pi over 4. That's in quad 4, so that's going to be rad 2 over 2 for cosine. And again, I'm going to bring down the positive 1/2 here. Extend the radical. Keep on going. Next is I'm going to find common denominator. Common denominator is going to be 2 minus 2. 2 over 2 minus rad 2 over 2 times the 1/2. Okay, keep on going. Then 1 over. Now the denominator is the same, so 2 minus rad 2 all over 2 times 1/2. Keep on going. 1 over big radical. 2 minus rad 2 all over 4. Okay, but as you know, you can take out the denominator because square root of 4 is 2. So 1 over radical 2 minus rad 2 all over 4. I'm sorry, all over 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Okay, so what do I do now? I have so many fractions. Well, it's not too bad. 1 divided by radical 2 minus rad 2 over 2 is like 1 multiply 2 over square root of 2 minus rad 2. Okay, so now this is really where I am. But I can't have radical on the bottom, so this is where I need to do a little bit more math. So it's really where I am is right here. I'm going to go in and multiply, not the conjugate, but an identical radical. That's the only way that you will be able to get rid of that radical. So when I multiply by the identical, I now have 2 times 2 minus radical 2 all over. The radical times the radical, now the big radical is gone, but I still have this little guy, this little radical right there. Oh man, are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. Okay, now I can multiply by the conjugate. So ugly, isn't it? Sorry. Okay, I did not create this problem. I stole this from your book, and so you cannot blame me. I'm just the messenger, okay? Then from here, because I know a lot of you are upset, oh, why is she giving me this? I'm not giving you anything. I just simply pick out problems from the book. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. Rad 2 times rad 2 is now 2. On the top, I'm just going to multiply this out to see if it's any cuter. Hopefully it is, but if it isn't, don't blame me. Okay, on the top, here we go. 2 times that is going to be 2, and this big old ugly radical, this fat one. Okay, and this times that is going to be a plus 2 outside. Inside, I have 2 times 2 minus rad 2. I know it's ugly. I'm not denying anything. Okay, let me double check to see. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2 times that is 4. My bad. There you go. All right, so here we go. So now this is what I have, and it's so ugly. I can't stand it. But I'm just the messenger, so don't shoot the messenger. All right, on the top, I have 4 and 2, so I can take out a 2. So now I have 4 rad 2 minus rad 2. So that's 2 rad 2 minus rad 2. Plus, I took out 2 in the front, so now it's just going to be a 4 minus 2 rad 2. Okay, inside, all of it inside. And then I can cancel that, and that's it. So 2 rad 2 minus rad 2 plus big radical 4 minus 2 rad 2. And that is the end, and I know that's so ugly, but I did not create the problem. Now, that is really advanced, right? That requires a lot of algebra. And so, would you give me full credit if I get to here? Let me see where we were at. I will give you full credit if you get to here, okay, before you rationalize at the bottom. But the reason I do all the way, because sometimes if it's a multiple choice in the book, I do not create the problems, and the book has to go all the way. I need you to be able to go all the way. So free response, okay to be here, okay, okay to stop here for free response questions, okay? But multiple choice, you need to go here. So I hope you understand. All right, that's it, and I will see you guys next time.